outstanding. So it's still, again, a very active, fluid situation. We don't have a lot of answers yet. They're still trying to sort through what they've encountered on the other end at the other scene. Chief Bourgoin is going to be coming here at 4:45 with Sheriff McMahon and again do a press conference so that you can speak to him directly and he can update you with any information.
What about the possibility of a third suspect?
I'm sorry.
How many suspects does the suspect have?
I don't know. I believe that there are 2 at this time being dealt with.
One on the front.
If there were originally 3 suspects, there's still possibly 1 outstanding. But again, I don't know.
Is the suspect who is hit dead?
I don't have that information.
Is there another suspect who is not named in the custody?
I don't have that information either. I don't know. Their investigation just took them in that path.
And there's a building entirely at this point here at this location where they still in the process of doing that.
I don't know.
One of the suspects leave the meeting this morning and then return with 2 others.
I don't know. That's information I've not been given.
Why have a press conference if you don't know anything? That makes sense.
How many suspects are in custody and how many you believe?
I don't have any of those details. The chief will provide those at 4:45. He's being briefed on that as we speak. We're just speaking here because we committed to talking to you on the hour, and I apologize we don't have all of the information.
Is the building cleared yet?
That we don't. I don't know.
Maybe the officer
Some press conference. I don't know.
Have that
I can
information
tell
either.
you.
I
I don't
it's not
know.
life-threatening.
Did you have
I don't know if the suspect
bowel
has died.
movement
We
an
have not
hour
been
ago?
given that.
I don't
How
know.
many have been hit? How many suspects?
I couldn't tell you that. But if you're back here at 4:45, Chief Bourgoin and Sheriff McMahon will be here.
And they'll give you the
will
answers
probably
you
have
all
many more answers
wanted.
for you. Again, it's very active. It's
don't
not
know.
far from that or from here. Stay here and let's be vigilant because there very well maybe a suspect still out here, and we all need to be careful.
And again, the officers came in contact with that SUV because they were doing follow-up investigation.
That's correct. It led them that way.
Oh, we got a correction.
I don't know who fired first. I don't know. All right. Again at 4:45. Thank you.
All right, that was Sergeant Vicky Cervantes of the San Bernardino Police Department saying there's
You
a
got
release
one
that they have.
question answered.
That one suspect is down, another one is being dealt with, in her words, and that if there is a third suspect, that suspect is on the run. That's the latest that she has right now. Let's get back to our producer Alberto, who's on the ground right now near that SUV. So Alberto, now you've heard what the sergeant said, that 2 suspects are being dealt with, one presumably
all
on the
heard
ground
what the
outside the
sergeant
SUV,
said.
and if there's a
Don't
third,
know
the third will be on
nothing.
the run. What are you able to fill in for us here?
Well, that's right, Aaron. I think I completely agree because the policemen who have been spoken here continue to say that this is still
Pretty bad with all those deaths.
We've also asked a couple of them if they have got their man. Those are the words that I use. I had one of them say it looked like they did, but we had 2 others that said, we just don't know. So that kind of pinpoints the uncertainty of the situation that we're still dealing with here. We're looking at heavy our equipment. The Bearcat looks like it's moving away from the scene. As I was mentioning earlier, there are the police here is presence is massive. We have 2 police officers told us there's several hundred police officers that are present in this area, and they have blocked off at least 6 blocks. So this is still very much an active area. You can still see policemen moving from down the block from house to house. A little while ago, we saw some of them with guns drawn, and then police cruisers moving, speeding in and out. And then after that, I saw a couple of more police officers who were jumping some chain link fences located behind the church that is immediately to our right here on Richardson Avenue in San Bernardino. So there is no question that this continues to be a very active scene. There are helicopters who are scouring the skies here. They are that they do not leave any site unchecked.
So, Alberto, in terms of obviously trying to understand where they're looking right now, they could be looking for someone on foot, it sounds like, from what you are saying, from your reporting. That SUV that's there in the middle of the street, those Bearcats, those heavily armored police vehicles were around that. That was where the body was found. Are you starting to see those Bearcats go? I mean, I'm trying to understand whether they still think there could be someone inside that vehicle or whether that suspect who may have been inside the vehicle may have fled.
I think that because this is still an active search, they are looking everywhere they can think of. When we first arrived here, there were dozens of police officers running on foot, guns drawn. They completely covered this area. I did not see, this is the first time I actually got a chance to see the Bearcat in motion, but our cameraman, Tom Larson, who immediately jumped and followed some of the policemen, he said that he had seen the Bearcat that was already in position. So what I assume that they've been doing, I haven't been able to see it, for myself, but now that the Bearcat is moving, and we also saw heavier police equipment moved in earlier on the northern perimeter, I would think that they're probably going to go house by house, street by street, to make sure that everybody that they need to check out gets checked out. There is no question that this continues to be an active scene. There will be times when the police will walk calmly, and there are times when you will see three or four of them with their guns drawn, running back into the scene. So we're talking at least an area of 6 blocks, and according to some of the police officers participating in the search, there are hundreds of them who are checking out every single corner of this area.
All right, Alberto, we are going to be coming back to you, obviously, as you learn more on the scene, on this 6-block area where they are hunting right now for additional suspects. Again, the phrasing at the press release was 2 are being dealt with, and if there's a third, the third is on the run. I want to go to Kyung La, who was outside where the shooting happened. She was at that press conference. So, Kyung, it sounds like they themselves are not sure at this point still whether there were 2, whether there were 3, and we don't know what it means when they say 2 of them are being quote-unquote dealt with, do we?
Well, what we know, at least what they believe up to this point, is that one suspect is down. That's the word that they use. One suspect is down, and one suspect may be on the loose. So how did this scene unfold, that scene that our Alberto Moya is at? What the sergeant here says is that an officer was doing follow-up work from this mass shooting that is behind us, about a block away from where I'm standing. That follow-up work led to exchange of gunfire between the suspects, plural, the suspects and the officer. The officer was wounded. He or she does not have life-threatening injuries, but was taken to the hospital. Around that time, around that these reports started coming in, we saw a number of police vehicles, including the armored vehicles, fly out of here, that they were immediately rushing to that area, and then they descended, and you can see that the active scene there is still going. Meanwhile, you have people here, a number of officers here still working through this scene, because this is quite a scene here, according to people who have communicated with their loved ones inside. They say that there's a lot of work to be done, a lot of interviews to be done. They're still trying to clear this building, Aaron, but that very active scene still going on. One suspect down, one suspect still being dealt with. But you may remember, originally there were 3 suspects that police thought that they were searching for. So if you're doing the count, they can account for 2, one still on the loose. What happened to that third one? They just don't know.
We just don't know. There are so many questions. All right, we're going to be continuing to talk through this. Jim Sciutto, the working his sources right now. And Jim, what do you know so far? I mean, you hear what Kyung says. You're talking about still up to 3 shooters. One of them, if there is a third, not accounted for. The other they're searching for. Ammunition, body armor, long guns, and again, let's just emphasize this, multiple shooters. What does this tell you?
From the beginning, a number of details, a number of facts of this case have caught the attention of both law enforcement and counterterrorism officials that I've been speaking to. 1, multiple shooters. That's unusual. 2, the long guns, the ammunition they had. 3, the military-style clothing, possible masks, maybe body armor. And 4, the fact that they escaped. They had a plan to get away. That all speaks